right, troops, welcome to the Action Elite. My name is Owen. So you might be thinking, why have they started a few minutes late tonight? Because I'm an idiot and I forgot to press go live. So we were talking for about 5 minutes there, and we had the best conversation ever, which will never be
You
repeated.
guys all out there missed the best 5 minutes.
Yeah, you missed the best part. It was amazing. There was like sword fights, explosions. It was great. Too bad you missed it. Anyway, I remembered to go live this time, so here we are. So anyway, welcome to J-Man and John. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. I'll say this: what you did is better than what I did a few days ago. I thought I ended the stream, but it didn't end.
And you were talking.
And then we talked after the stream as usual. Thank the Lord, or whoever you believe in, nature, science. Thank them all. I didn't say anything weird. It was all just. It was just.
You didn't throw anybody under the bus.
I didn't say. Oh, thank God we're
kept
done.
your pants on.
Yeah, thank God we're that stream's over. I can't stand these guys. I didn't say anything weird. I was like, oh, thank God. We were just like normal geek stuff, and I was like, oh my God, we're still live.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's very easy to do, particularly after you've had a day of work and you're tired, like I am tonight. And then I did the countdown button, and I was like, oh wait a minute, oh shit, I forgot to go live. Well, at least it's only a couple of minutes, so we didn't miss too much. But thank you to everyone for joining us anyway. So tonight we are talking Ninja 3: The Domination.
I actually have the shirt. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and J-Man's got Exterminator 2, which is okay. It's still canon.
It's trash. Yeah. Canon trash. We got it. It's
so that's fine. Don't use the word trash. Trash sounds like you're looking down.
No,
your
in a
nose.
good way. It's great. It's the best thing ever.
So, and quite possibly is the greatest movie ever. Like an entire movie opening scene takes place on a golf course with a ninja killing probably like 100 people. I mean, that opening 10 minutes already is like better than most Oscar winners right there. Like, I mean, like I said earlier, like it makes golf finally interesting. So I agree. Oh, it could be worse. I have seen someone fall asleep live once before, forgetting to shut down. I haven't done that yet. That could be tonight.
Okay. Yep.
Thank you, Wolverine.
Although that could happen with as tired as I am.
Yeah. So, shout out to Ronnie, who gave us a suggestion for next week's stream. So we're going to be discussing No Escape with Ray Liotta, which I remember seeing in the cinema back in the day, and I have the Blu-ray, which I haven't watched yet. Wow, that was quick, Jay. Well done. So I'm going to give that a watch this weekend. So that'll be the stream next week, and then I'm on vacation for 2 weeks as long as I stay healthy, because my brother has COVID, so I've been hiding in my room for the past 4 or 5 days, and I haven't been near him, and so far I'm still negative. So long may that continue, so I can get out of here. Yeah, exactly. So get well soon, Ed. So anyway, back to Ninja 3. I love everything about this movie. I particularly love the girl's apartment. Like, I don't know how much money she makes doing that job of fixing telephone poles or whatever it is she's doing, but that apartment is amazing. She's got all these neon lights and it's also space, all this kind of cool. It's a perfect 80s apartment. It just reeks of 80s, and I love everything about it. Got all the neon lights and everything. The movie's just an absolute just riot. And then hold on a second here. I particularly love the possession scene because it's so weird and crazy. It's sort of kind of funny but kind of scary at the same time. And then you got James Hong in it, and he's like, what the hell is going on? I just think that's really, really cool, because you're just like, this scene could easily have not worked if not quite done right, but that actually does work. And I think it's really cool. And we also have to give a shout out to Billy's chest hair. That's like the hairiest dude I've ever seen anywhere. Is it? This guy could play Chewbacca without a makeup.
They talk about it in the making of in the collector's Blu-ray. There's actually 2 Blu-rays. I had one Blu-ray, and then there was another Blu-ray that came out, which is the collector's Blu-ray.
I have to get the one with all the goodies on it.
Yeah, so there's 2. There was like a DVD Blu-ray combo from the same guys, Scream or Shout, whichever it's called. And then they brought it back again with more, and they got Lucinda Dickey on there talking. They got that guy on there talking, and they mentioned the wool sweater.
It's so distracting whenever he takes it off, and you just see the arms. And you're like,
and she's like hugging him, and you're like,
yeah. It's like, Chewie, is that you?
No.
But she is awesome as well. She's like, gorgeous. Of course, the V8. Yeah, we talked about the V8 before in the previous stream, in the imaginary stream. But I forgot to get some V8 for tonight. Yeah, love that. the great Sho Kosugi. So yeah, I love this movie. So Jay, over to you.
I have like a lot of stories with this movie.
Tell them all. There's only 3 of them.
So like when we first got our first VCR, we bought a blank tape and we thought we could record stuff. And they had City TV had a marathon, and they played Revenge of the Ninja, Ninja 3: The Domination, and then they played American Ninja back to back. And it started late, so I wouldn't have been able to stay up for it when I was younger. So I'm like, let's record it. And each thing was 2 hours because it's 2 hours with commercials and there's all this intros in between and all that kind of stuff. And I set the tape to record 5 minutes early or 5 or 10 minutes early to make sure I didn't, mess it up. And I realized that I ran out of tape on American Ninja. So it took about 10 years for me to see the end of American Ninja. It actually cut off the ending, which sucked.
Oh, man. He wins in the end.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Well, I've seen it 100 times since.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler, yeah. But the first 2 movies were untouched, and I'd watched them like a million times. And I watched Enter the Ninja a few times after that. I didn't have Enter the Ninja, but I got it. Now I have them all on Blu-ray. But back then, so I couldn't find Revenge of the Ninja on VHS, but I owned Ninja 3 on VHS. So it's basically the second movie I ever recorded. And then in grade 7, our grade 7 health teacher, like gym teacher, had Ninja 3: The Domination there to play for when there was time in class, he would play Ninja 3: The Domination. I swear to God.
How do you get away with showing that at a frickin' school?
Grade 7, so I don't know how old you are. You guys can figure the math out. And
it doesn't matter. It's like that's like, oh wow,
that's weird. Yeah, but anyways, and I was like, oh, I already own this movie, and I've seen people will be like, have you seen Ninja 3? I was like, yeah, I own this movie. They're like, what? And they're like, what was it? Mr. Davidson. Mr. Davidson plays it all the time. I was like, well, there you go. So I love it. I think the Ninja looks cool. I'll say I love it, let John go. And then because there's just 3 of us, we can break this movie down. I made a lot of notes that are kind of like a couple of funny things and little things we could go through. So I love the movie. It's impossible for me to evaluate this in the J-Man way. Like if you came to hear me be a contrarian or whatever, it's not really going to happen.
What's it got on your space scale there, J-Man?
Yeah, I mean, I can't. Yeah, I can't review it because it's too close. It's too close. Like Conan the Barbarian, I can review, and it is a 10 out of 10 because
of course
it does have a lot of merits. Mm-hmm. This movie, I mean, it is a 10 if you want. The movie's premise is that it's The Exorcist meets like an action movie or ninja movie. So like, do you like that? Like some people will say there's not enough show in this, in this movie, whereas Revenge of the Ninja, he is the main guy. This one, you're like, he's not the main guy. It's like, does this even continue? I don't think that's the same character because they don't reference the son. They show that weird flashback of him losing the eye, which is obviously back in Japan. That's not in this. So is it really a continuation? No, it's just part of a ninja trilogy that they assigned names to with the word ninja in it from, the production or whatever. But anyways, how am I going to review it? Like, it does have possession. The ninja's clearly badass. The fights are all very good. The ninja looks cool. There's a lot of ninja weaponry in this. Lucinda Dickey was a great person to use because she was a dancer from and breaking and all of that. So yeah, if you can't find an actual martial arts woman who can fit that role, and you can't afford Cynthia or whatever, it's like
I think Cynthia would have been great.
Yeah, but get a dancer, okay, because it's very easy for a dancer to learn choreography of the moves, and that's all you really need, right?
Yeah.
And most dancers are going to look, pretty decent anyway. So it's not like you've got to find like some butch woman or something to play. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I like the story. But that's it. I'll say that, and then we can go through my stuff afterwards if you want to.
All right, John, over to you. Yeah, I don't have much else to say. Just over to John. You guys just come up with anything?
Listen, this just shows you how wonderful Menachem Golan and Yoram Globus were. I mean, this movie should be the worst movie of all time. It should be the movie that you watch and you're just like, and you turn it off after 10 minutes. But like, Okay, here's the thing. I saw this again. I'm old, and that's the one great thing. All these canon films made it into my theater where I lived when I was a
Wow.
kid growing up. So that was awesome. And I just remember going to see this movie, and it did like back then I was younger, and none of the like stuff resonated with me in terms of this should be a bad movie. I just loved it because it was Shokasugi and ninjas. It didn't even concern me that this is basically The Exorcist mixed with Revenge of the Ninja mixed with Flashdance. Okay, let's go with it.
Right.
And
I'm
you got
listening.
yeah, right. It's like you got Lucinda Dickey, and she's great in it. She's hot, and but there's so many ridiculous things that happen in this movie that like. For one, this has the biggest 180 turnaround of her going from hating this guy to sleeping and falling in love with this guy.
And he's a slimy bastard as well at
Well,
first.
here's the
harassing
thing.
her.
All these guys get killed at the beginning, right? Like the whole police department loses like 2/3 of their department, say, at least. But yet she's in there like giving her statement, and they're just like going about their business. They just lost all their friends, and he's hitting on her like 10 minutes after all these guys just got killed. And like when I got older, I was like, that's kind of weird. And he's like, and then she's like, she's totally blowing him off. She's like, you're a dick. Stop it with the sauce. I'm healthy. I only drink this and eat this and this and that. And then he's driving, and then he invades her aerobicized class. And then these guys at the end, everybody's leaving, and they're like actually technically trying to rape this woman in front of everybody.
Yeah, and nobody does anything.
Right, and everybody's just going about their business. It's just like, what the hell is going on? And then, of course, she breaks into her. She's got the possession going on, but it's not. It hasn't fully taken over. So she knows the skills, and they just burst out. And he arrests her. He fakes arrests her, and he's driving her home. And then he yells at her, and then she's like, "Ooh, you're hot." And then she takes him home, and the rest is history. So that right there, you're like, this movie should be total bullshit. But then it's not. It's the greatest thing ever. You got Shokasugi again. If you think about it, Enter the Ninja hardly has Shokasugi in it. It's got Franco Nero in it, and he's only
he's a villain. He's basically a villain, right?
A little bit in the middle, and then at the end, and that's it. And then here, he doesn't show up until like a half an hour in, I think they say. And I mean, he's in it abundantly towards the last 2/3 of the movie. But except for Revenge of the Ninja, he's like a co-star, which is fine because I think it's like with Ninja 3, it's less is more with him. And then when he does come on, you're like, yeah, it's just like here, and he just takes over. And I got to tell you, back in the 80s, they had some weak choreography with their martial arts films. It was stiff, it was robotic. There was, some people didn't know how to do it, but like his fight scenes were fluid. They were shot great. You could see everything. It was lit, and he was just phenomenal. And that's why he was so successful. And plus, everybody just fell in love with ninjas. And I, for one, wanted him to team up with Michael Dudikoff and just do like a hybrid of his ninja.
That would have been cool.
American Ninja, and that would have been just gold. But like I said, it's so absurd. I don't know what else to say about it. David Chung, who plays the evil ninja, he's cool at it. He's got some swagger to him. And the whole ending, again, with the monks getting possessed, and the whole ending, because if you watch the special features, she was supposed to kill him, and she was supposed to become a ninja. But then they're like, oh, no, wait, we can't do that. So they had to bring her back when she was shooting Breakin'. She had to put a wig on because she had cut her hair for Breakin'. And they totally redid the ending, and then they kissed at the end. And she even says, that's awkward. I hate that part. And that's so do I, because it's just like, this is dumb. It's like, and then Shokasugi's just hanging on in the back like, you're welcome. It's just like, but like, I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of just blabbing because it's so awesome and ridiculous and all at the same time.
Yeah, we can go through some of the comments here. So, and thank you, Could Not Be Reached, and also Wolverine for your comments here. So this is here. Show wasn't too impressed with.
No, he wasn't. No, yeah, he wasn't.
Damn it all, he should be. It was his idea for the eye patch, though.
Do you know that's the eye patch is a handguard that goes on a sword? That's what they use for his eye patch. That's why there's.
Yeah, that's why it's got those holes there. Oh yes, that's.
I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, that's how badass he is. He's like, he probably just took it off one of his swords. I was like, here.
Pray for Death. Yeah, Pray for Death and Rage of Honor are my two favorite ones.
Rage of Honor is not really a ninja movie. It's got ninjas in it, but it's just a lot of James Bond
movie.
Ninjas awesomeness. Yeah. It's like that one.
Yeah, because it's got crazy action in it. Still a better supernatural ninja there. I don't know, man. Don't speak ill of Robo Vampire. I actually watched that a couple of years ago, and I was like, "Oh wow!" I think there's like 3. Isn't there 3 Robo Vampire movies? I think there is.
I don't know how many.
I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
a Robo Vampire.
yeah. Oh well, you're not really missing anything.
I didn't think so.
No.
I just recently watched. I haven't seen American Ninja 5, even though I own it, but I rewatched 1, 2, 3, and 4.
It's not an American Ninja movie. They
yeah, I know.
And he's not even the same character. That's
why.
Yeah,
I know.
So,
yeah, I know. So it's not really part of it, but like I just rewatched American Ninja 1, 2, 3, 4, and like 3's kind of awful, but 4 is kind of not too
4
bad.
and 2 are maybe my favorite, but I was thinking at some point we'll rank the American Ninja movies for a stream. I thought that'd be a good one.
Yeah,
that would be great. Oh my god!
I remember we talked about that a while ago, and I've seen them all quite recently. Now you've seen them as well, but
we should. Well, that would probably take too long, but we should like do all the Shokasuga Ninja movies and American Ninja movies and just do one big countdown.
Do countdown of all of them.
Oh my god, that would be epic.
It'd be tough though, right?
You need a full day or two to do it though, because like we all work, unfortunately. If someone wants to donate a couple of $1 million to us so we can all quit our jobs and do this full time,
and we will entertain you every day of the week.
Yeah.
Like
I would do YouTube every day, and
I wanted to do a podcast every day this week. And you know what? I come home and I'm like, I'm just gonna watch baseball and fall asleep. That's what I do.
Well, I like. Okay, so firstly, the music. That ding, 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 ding.
The synth.
It's ding. I like the music there. Okay. This movie breaks a lot of conventions. I do think it's a good movie.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, the villain immediately appears in ninja costume, gets his weapons together. Now, normally when you see this kind of a thing, it's the hero going for the final scene of I'm going to suit up, get my weapons, go do the thing. It's the villain doing it and killing innocent people for absolutely no reason. There is no reason given. He's just an ass. And
he's hired.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I was thinking, oh, is this maybe there's, did they explain this in other movies? It's like, he's just a bad guy. Right. But the cops show up and he kills all the cops, which is great. And then he's angry that the cops finally were able to kill him, that he needs to come back and possess someone to get revenge. So it's like normally possession movies. The Exorcist it's Satan and his, it's like the Legion and all that. But in this movie, normally this kind of possession is I've been wrongfully killed or something, and then I've got to right the wrongs. This is like I've been rightfully killed because I'm a bad guy, but I'm still coming back to get revenge. And then it becomes a ninja slasher movie for about 20 minutes as he is going and hiding out and through her and killing off these cops as a slasher. Like he's going to their house and it's like, oh, there's someone there. And I'm like, okay, this is crazy. So all of this is going on. And then you've got Billy, who is acting weird. I thought that too, John. I was like, didn't everyone just get slaughtered? Like this is worse than Terminator. Remember in Terminator? I'll be back, and he comes and kills everybody. I think more cops got killed in this than in
there was only like 15 at least in there. Here it's like 50, and they're just going about their business afterwards. They're just like,
Yeah, everything's good to go. So that's great. But and then her apartment is awesome. She's playing Bouncer, the arcade game Bouncer, which is really cool.
She has an arcade game in her apartment back then. That would have been like hundreds of dollars.
And these places
are $1,000.
They're always in the shittiest locations in the city. It's in the alley that you wouldn't want to be caught in at dark. But she lives here, and it's always like these crappy buildings, and you go inside, it's immaculate.
The warehouse.
Yeah, she's in a loft or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool. And I think that she always liked Billy. See, I think that she liked him, and she was just playing hard to get, and then she was waiting for him to really. He's like, get pissed off, and that turned her on because she's a stronger lady, and also she was possessed at that time, so it could be that it changed her psyche a little bit. So she's a bit, she's more aggressive. So she liked that, and she's like, okay, you're being aggressive. I like this, right? So that to me that explains that. I'm satisfied with that explanation. But I love
when I watch it. I'll be like, all right.
Yeah, it's fine. And then Sho Kosugi coming in It is a less is more, because when he comes in, it's like, oh shit, yeah, he's here, because that's when you're like, okay, now the movie is really starting up, because now he's in and he's out for revenge and he's going to get this guy. And I love all this stuff, the stuff with him. And then James Hong Lopan or whatever, they go to see Lopan. I love that he's got this like cheesy setup, and then it's like, oh shit, she really is.
Genuinely shocked.
He wasn't expecting.
He's genuinely shocked.
He's like, oh, wait a minute.
Oh shit! It's like, no, it's a black ninja. Forget it. Get out of my show. Well, hold on a second. Wait a minute.
This is what we paid you
how
for.
do you get a helper?
Yeah.
And only a ninja can destroy a ninja. Of course,
Absolutely.
we know that.
That's right.
That's a fact. That's in the Guinness. That's in the dictionary. What else? I was trying to see if there's any other. There's a lot of like fun little things, like turning it into the slasher. I was always wondering if when the ninja enters her, it's a male possessing a female. I don't know too many movies that do that angle. It's an interesting angle. She's the only one around, so he possesses her. You think like, I don't think there's anything sexual going on, because the ninja, he's so focused in just doing his ninjutsu, so I don't think he's thinking that, but it is weird.
He didn't do half the things I would have done if I possessed her, but anyway.
He was probably, who knows? He wasn't into girl. Well,
but
he wasn't into like doing that.
And is it through the sword? See, the other thing too is like he gives the sword, so it's really the sword that triggers it. But when she's in
the conduit,
no, but when she's visiting James Hong, she doesn't have the sword, so he is able to still get through to her when the sword isn't in reach.
But the sword did its thing at people when they first slept together, and then she went to the closet. It So
you're saying it. So there's some leftover.
I think that's when it officially like entered. I don't want to make this perverted, but
he enters her.
Yes, I think that's when she grabs the sword. But by the way, I'm always looking for the string on the sword when it's coming out hanging in the air.
I only saw it once.
Where? Okay, you got to tell me. But yeah, I think when she grabs onto it and she's doing the big moment, I think that's when it finally takes hold and
like fully.
Yes, I think that's my opinion. I mean,
yeah, but then later on, in order to go do the stuff, she does have to have this. It's not really shown. Just something I thought of while I was watching this for the 100th time. I'm like, the sword isn't there.
About it, I mean, it's Flashdance meets Revenge,
right? And she gets the gray hair on the side to show that she's been.
That was just to be cool.
Possessed.
That's. And then like when she was fully possessed, she was wearing an ninja outfit. They made her eyes look slanted, like for the.
They did do that. That was interesting.
You have people like riding the picket lines in front of the theater. If they did something like that, or it's like
they would definitely not be happy. The cemetery fight's pretty cool. It's an extra fight that we got.
But that's the thing. He comes into her and she kills even more cops at the funeral for the cops that got killed in the first place. So it's like we get more cops that get killed.
A ninja really doesn't like cops.
No, there's a lot of this movie doesn't like police officers. It's just ridiculous how it's nonstop.
Oh. Let's see. Yeah, the movie doesn't have time to get into these things because it's a constant forward momentum movie. That's the other thing about it. It's constantly moving forward and introducing something new. It's like action scene right away. All these guys get killed. I lent it to my buddy and he texted me. He's like, I'm 10 minutes in. This is already the best movie ever. And then he texted me again. He's like, oh my God, Sho Kosugi just showed up. This is even better. He goes, this went from 10 out of 10 to infinity.
He would have texted you, be like, I'm 10 minutes in. I've already ordered my copy. It's on.
Yeah. I mean, he had seen it before I showed it to him, of course. Okay. But it's like, it's one of these things that, you sometimes if you don't watch things, it's like you rediscovered it almost like you're like, oh, I didn't realize how awesome this was. I loved it. I've seen it so many times.
Oh, so many times.
I mean, I don't know what else. Let me see what else. Did I write anything else that's kind of funny?
Okay.
Yeah. She's attacked. Owen mentioned this when she's attacked in the very beginning by those ruffians. I don't think a lot of those people would have done anything because they're probably all very wimpy. And I remember when he's like, I'm going to arrest you for assault or whatever. I remember when I first ever watched it, I was like, are you effing kidding me right now? And then he's like, I'm just joking. And he's like, I'm going to take you to my old neighborhood. And
that was his pickup move.
Yeah. They're going to beat up some guys for me. That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I like, going into the pool. That's kind of neat. She has that little.
Oh yeah. The jacuzzi scene. Yeah. The little stabbing thing. Yeah. Weapon there. Yeah. Poison. Yeah. That's cool.
She she scraped it across.
Said that the actresses were so scared of her during the filming of that scene because she was like all like method acting, and they were like they weren't having.
Oh really?
Yeah, that in an interview she did for the movie. She said they were scared of her, like
Oh yes.
The one actress didn't want to stay underwater, so that's why like she's the one that her head's like up above the water because she was afraid she was going to drown or something.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a jacuzzi or hot tub, you don't want to put your head under the water anyway because it's really uncomfortable. But I thought that was actually a good piece of acting by them. I just having to like lie there and like look dead in there because it's not comfortable. But that was a good scene as well. God, what else? I was reading that this was like they really wanted to sort of make Lucinda Dickey like a big star very badly. So like there's like breaking
Cannon go-to girl, but then her and Cannon got sick of each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because
she was supposed to be in. I'm sorry, go on.
Yeah, she's going to be in the Alan Quartermain movies,
Yes.
and then that didn't happen. So anyway, right, go on.
No, that's what I was just going to say that. Yeah,
she
was going to be the big Cannon girl, and she was going to be in those movies as well. And then, like, lo and behold, they get somebody named Sharon Stone. Funny how things work out. And everybody hated her on those movies, so it was funny. But yeah, I would have taken Lucinda Dickey in those movies over Sharon Stone in a heartbeat because I had a big crush on Lucinda Dickey when I was back in the day.
I think everybody did. Yeah.
Oh my god! And she was so sweet. She just had that girl next door, Yeah. She was hot in.
That's why she was perfectly cast in the role, actually, because like she had that innocent sort of girl next door kind of thing, and then there's just this transformation from this girl who's like just like a dancer and a good person into this like demonic entity. So that was a cool touch, and the fact that all of this happened like under 90 minutes. Yeah, these days you need to have a backstory of everything, and the ninja's backstory for 300 years, all that shit, and have to be 2.5 hours long. But this.
And then their backstory, Shokasugi and the evil ninja's backstory, it's shown in 1 minute in a flashback where they kill his. I'm assuming that's his grandfather or something, and
or sensei or whatever. Yeah.
So there you go. There's the history. They're pissed.
Yeah. Show don't tell. You can just get this stuff told in no time at all. I mean, like I was saying to the guys before we went live there, for some reason I'm watching all of the live action Transformers movies right now, and I'm going through them all. And like these movies are all nearly 3 hours long, and I was like, you could remove like the first hour of all these movies because it's like unwatchable, unwiped ass. Most of it where it's just like awful characters, awful dialogue, and it's just horrendous. But the action scenes are good. So I'm doing a write up on the Transformers movies for next week before I go on holiday. So you can keep an eye out for that. Cheerleader Camp was Lucinda's last movie.
Yes, Cheerleader Camp. Camp. Yeah, I think with like I think what this movie does well is that the ninja are bad, or at least you're going to see that he's bad because he goes out and kills a bunch of random people for no reason. So you're like, okay, well, obviously he's a piece of garbage. So then I like the costume. He was green, or this kind of like
grayish green.
I like
grayish green. Yeah,
comfortable too. It's like
it does look like a comfortable ninja costume. Yeah,
it does. I was thinking that too.
I'm going to wear that to work sometime.
For sure. Oh my god, let's all get it.
Every time I watch this movie, I'm like, that's a nice ninja costume. Like it.
But it's not a black ninja. So that's unique for this movie too. There is unique elements within this movie. And
it's not really like any other movie you've seen before. I mean, how many movies involve possessed ninjas? Things like that. I mean, this movie is sort of like, let's come up with an idea for a movie. What about possessed ninjas?
You know what?
Yeah.
With Golden and Globus, that's probably how it happened. They're
probably.
We already entered a ninja and Revenge of the Ninja. How can we do something different? Yes, a robot sizing and possession, and you could just hear him talking, going crazy in the office room, and Shokazugi, but in every movie, Shokazugi plays somebody different. He's just Shokazugi. We need to have him in every movie because he's Shokazugi. So, but none of the movies are related to each other.
Yeah, they're just sort of standalone. I always want to understand why it's called Ninja 3. It should just be called Ninja: The Domination.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, the Reacher TV series is getting a spin-off. Lame, but at least that means the Neegly character shouldn't be popping up in Reacher stories that never involved her. We're at season 1 and 3, for example. Wait, so she's getting a spin-off? Why?
Yeah, I haven't been on the internet, so.
Yeah, I haven't either. I've been working and been trying to hide from my brother so I don't get ill. So.
Yes, work and children. That's been my thing.
Well, you're grown up now, so it's time to order that ninja costume. I'm sure it's still available.
I wanted the boots. I mean,
that's what they've got, J-Man. That's what we should do this Halloween, man. We have a ninja party. We're all just dressed up as ninjas and we watch fucking ninja movies all night.
We made so many ninja movies as kids. Like we like I've got them all. We made so many. Like everything's like we got to be a ninja. We got to be a ninja. It's like that's just how it goes.
This is the problem. Like I grew up in Scotland, where like Halloween wasn't a big thing, but I always loved it. But it was never like huge. So like we didn't really have Halloween parties, or maybe they did, and I just wasn't invited because I didn't have any friends because it was that. So my idea of a party is like hanging out with you guys, and that works for me. So.
Well, that's fine. We just watch a bunch of ninja movies. Yeah, now exactly. Deadline just announced. So Owen and I actually missed Sam Furstenberg at the Toronto theater where we had seen Jalal Merhi's Tiger Claws. They played Ninja 3: The Domination like a couple weeks before I even knew it was playing there, and we would have gone for sure had we known. I was really upset.
Anyway, I mean, I interviewed him a few years ago, and he actually said that he would join us in a live stream at some point. So maybe what we'll do is like when we'll talk like the American Ninja movies with him or something. I'll follow up with him once I'm back from holiday. And I thought that might be quite cool if we do just live stream interviews or whatever, and
go through his catalog or something.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe something different and cool.
He's done so many though. Oh my god.
Yeah, not a lot. Focus like maybe on his ninja movies alone or something like that.
Yeah, so just the ninja movies or something.
Yeah, I got to be good. So could not be reached. Damn it! I'm going to get a ninja costume.
Get it. Get the ninja costume.
Yeah,
I actually told my daughter. I asked her what she was going to be, and she didn't know. I was like, "I'm going to be a ninja, either that or Snake Eyes, either one." But they're both ninjas. So.
But the Snake Eyes is ninja.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, no, exactly. And Jesus, it's only 32 minutes. It's
no, we got. So here's the big question.
Yes.
Was Ninja 3: The Domination? Did you watch them in order? If you didn't watch them in order, what order did you watch them in? But were you disappointed? So I watched Revenge of the Ninja first, and I thought this is just the greatest movie ever. Yeah. And I watched Ninja 3: The Domination right after, and I thought this was awesome too, but different, but both equally awesome. I was disappointed with Enter the Ninja when I had seen it later, in comparison to these two, because Revenge had all these extra characters. I love, like, you got the native guy, there's the karate guy, his buddy, the karate guy. I love that Brayden in that movie is like a white man ninja, and the guy even says, how can he be a ninja? He's like, oh, he was in Japan, so he studied, so he knows. So it had a lot of cool different things. And this one, the ninja looked the best, like that grayish greenish pale green costume. I was like, this guy looks wicked. And using all of the, like, he used so many of the ninja weapons in the beginning that you're like, it's so cool to see all of that stuff. So same watch order, nice Kanat. Yeah. And it was just so interesting that, you're watching this and you're like, okay. And then you're like, are these supposed to be connected? Because even as a kid, I was like, is that that guy? Is that the same guy?
Yes,
I'm like, where's the kid? I'm like, I thought that kid, like,
where's his family? Yeah, where's his?
Yeah, where's the? Yeah, like, and then the blonde. Oh no, did she die? I can't remember if the blonde lady died. She
Revenge of the Ninja.
Yeah, did she get killed?
No, she didn't die.
She didn't get killed. Yeah,
she runs up at the end with his son at the end of the.
Yeah. So where's she? Like, it was just so weird. But anyways, I didn't even care. I think it's, what people say, kids are smart. I'll let you guys answer the question. So what order did you watch them in, and what did you think comparatively? Like, were you disappointed or?
Oh yeah, Into the Ninja was actually the first one I watched, and then Revenge of the Ninja, then Ninja 3. But in terms of like, if I were to rank them, actually, Revenge of the Ninja is my favorite. Then Ninja 3, and that, because like Revenge of the Ninja has maybe like the greatest movie poster of all time, and I really want it. I've got the space there, and I would love to get like a metallic version of it because it's just so awesome. I would love to get that, but yeah, I can't even remember like what I thought of them as a kid, because we watched like all the ninja movies. My buddy like had all of the American ninja movies, so we watched all of them. And I don't think I even watched them in order. I never watched the Halloween movies in order. The first Halloween movie I watched was Halloween 5.
Wow. Well, see, it only went up from there, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I was like, low point, and then to go back to the original. And I went back to.
Then you saw the first one, you were like, "Oh my god!" Your mind was blown, right?
Oh, pretty much, because Halloween is my favorite horror movie of all time.
Yeah.
Like just as Carpenter, but yeah, I think Revenge of the Ninja is my favorite one.
So did you think that Ninja 3 was a big drop? Because I know some people were disappointed in Ninja 3. It maybe goes by your age. Like I was young and I saw them at the same time, so I didn't have any expectations, right? Like I didn't wait around.
No,
I mean to come out.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't the way it was back in the day when we were growing up with VHS tapes. It's like you didn't know about the movies until you saw them on the shelf a lot of the time, and you're like, "Well, what's that?" Or my buddy would like rent them out, and then we would watch them. So I know there was just more mystery to movies then, without all the hype. There's just like a poster and then maybe a trailer if you saw that in the theater, but there was no internet to watch them. So it was an interesting era to grow up in, where there was just more of a magic to them all, I think, and more mystery to it. But let's see.
Revenge is definitely the best.
Oh yeah, I can remember where I was.
I actually saw them in order to answer the question.
I
saw Enter the Ninja on cable, and I liked it. And I was like, but I thought Franco Nero, I mean, like, we all know the story, like, they needed a big star because Mike Stone was supposed to be in that movie, the choreographer who actually did all the American Ninja, and he was actually the bad guy in American Ninja too. But he couldn't act, or his acting abilities were not up to par, so they got Franco Nero, which they had to dub because he couldn't do an American accent. But him in that outfit with the mustache, it just looked totally ridiculous.
But it's Franco Nero, so we will not speak ill of Lord Franco of Nero.
I was okay with the mustache. It's just part of the thing now. It's just like,
all right.
He's Django, and Django is like one of the old time.
Listen, I love Franco Nero. Props to Franco Nero. I just thought it just looked ridiculous with the outfit. Yep. And then I just thought the fight at the end was way too short. They built it up and they do their big thing where they're doing the signs, and everything, and then the fight's over in a minute. And I'm like, okay. And then I saw Revenge of the Ninja in the theater, and they fixed that problem because, like, you know what, we're gonna make the fight a half an hour long. And we're just going to have like this total epic where they go through mobsters first and then they take on each other in a 10-minute melee. And that J-Man, you're talking about him using all the weapons at the beginning of Ninja 3. They use all their weapons at the end of this movie. And I was like, Revenge of the Ninja is the greatest movie ever. And then, of course, I saw Ninja 3 and I was like, okay, Revenge of the Ninja is still the greatest ninja movie ever, but this is pretty damn close because of like all the awesomeness that goes on in it. And then I saw American Ninja and I was like, oh, wait, what is this? And then the rest is history. So.
There was an old video game I used to play. This is me showing my age, on the ZX Spectrum. It used to have, called Saboteur, and it started off with a ninja flying on a hang glider and dropping into a building, and I was like, I need to see that in a movie. It's like I would love to make a silent movie where it's just a ninja. And he's just like doing ninja stuff, but there's like no dialogue because he's like, they're supposed to be like silent and deadly and everything else, and you just tell a story through like movement and action or whatever else. And I would base it on Saboteur because I just always remember that of just the ninja flying in. What's that?
Which one is it?
Oh no, it's just Saboteur or ZX Spectrum. I think it was
ZX Spectrum. Yeah.
So.
Gosh, this is it.
Oh, see, you even got the Revenge of the Ninja thing, so it's based
it's right
on
there. Yeah.
Oh my God!
There it is. Yeah.
God, thievery. No, let's see if you can find it.
That is awesome.
There's like you need like a video of it.
I don't want to share a video with sound.
No,
so that'll be you can share this and be okay.
Okay. Yeah, but anyway, so I pretty much remember that there was like they see him arriving on like a hang glider and then dropping off at the beginning, and I just thought, God, I want to see that. That would be so cool.
It's kind of like the
same.
silent G.I. Joe comic where Snake Eyes, infiltrates the Cobra Fortress, and there's no dialogue. That was his first big like issue, and there was no dialogue, and I love that issue. It's like just all with action. I love that picture right there with the two of them locked with the swords. That's iconic. That's awesome. Like I said, Revenge of the Ninja fixed Enter the Ninja. Like they were just
that's everything you wanted from it.
Yeah, they were like, we're gonna make Shokatsuki the good guy. So it's like we're gonna make this guy is the guy we really want, to be the the epic ninja hero, and then and then of course you got Ninja Gate. Yeah. Take that in a hurry.
Do I still have that book? Do you remember those like choose your own adventure books we used to get?
Yes, of course.
I've got a few of them.
Right. Type in Avenger, on Google. Right. Type in Avenger.
Choose your own
adventure book. Right.
Oops, spelled it wrong, but that's okay.
There it is. There.
This one? Oh no, this one.
Left. There you go.
Oh my God!
Look at that cover.
Let's get it.
That was my shit growing up because like it starts off and he has this fight scene with Garobi. I remember, and it was just like huge guy, and I was like, why do more people not talk about this? This needs to be like become a thing. And I think I used to have the book, and this is actually my introduction to ninjas because this was like in the 80s, and I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And I always wonder what it is that appeals to us, particularly men. We love characters who like aren't like wearing masks. Like Ninja in Disguise, or they wear cool face masks, whatever. Like whenever you see like sci-fi, whatever, even like Boba Fett or Mandalorian stuff like that. Is like, why do we think people who like wear masks and are like mysterious are so cool? And it's like they just are. It's the mystery.
I think you feel empowered. I heard this thing where this is interesting. I heard this thing where they did an experiment with kids, and they had kids just do some tasks or something, and they had another group of kids do the same tasks, but they wore capes and like little masks, and the kids performed the tasks longer and tried harder. They felt more empowered for some reason. They felt like it's just weird. It's just a weird thing. And you put on the ninja you put on the ninja mask and you're like, oh my God, and you just feel better. This is crazy. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I had an American Ninja kid set of ninja stars and like nunchucks or something. It was American Ninja. Sorry?
I remember that.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I remember you showed me that before. Yeah. Oh, sure. And also to Kenobi, yes, Shadow Dancer was awesome. I actually have that. I think I have a disc for the Xbox 360, and it has a whole bunch of old Sega Genesis games. It's called like the Streets of Rage games, and then it has Shinobi, and then I think Shadow Dancer. Shadow Dancer is the one where he has the dog, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. This is it. Oh my God, this is it.
That's it. Yeah.
Hold on.
I had that. I did.
I don't know if you could see that better.
Yeah. I remember you showing me that before. Oh, what the fuck?
Isn't that crazy? So it's ninja stars and they're suction cups.
Yeah. They need to start reselling that.
Oh, look at this. Look at that. Like targets. And look, it's American Ninja. Isn't that crazy?
And G.I. Joe stuff, yeah. And see, that's the thing. That's why everyone loves Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is a ninja, and he's cool, he's mysterious, and he doesn't speak. And that was the thing which annoyed me so much about the Snake Eyes movie is that we never saw him in the outfit until the last 30 seconds, and like he spoke the entire movie, and you're like, that's not Snake Eyes, but okay.
Well, Snake Eyes is cool because he's not a ninja; he's a ninja commando. He's the best in the world. So it's like machine guns and swords. It's like reusable.
Exactly.
So I had this on Sega, or Sega. I actually had the Sega Genesis one.
Yeah, Shadow Dancer. Yeah, I have that. I still play it. Also, like if you're ever looking to play like any of these classic old games, go to arcadespot.com. And they even have like Street Fighter 2, the Final Fight games and everything there. And then I just plug in my Xbox controller into my PC and it works, and you're able to play all these old games. It even has Cadillacs and dinosaurs. Anyone remember that?
Oh my God, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you could play that. That was awesome. So that was really cool.
Let's take a look at Ninja 3. Let's see. Ninja 3, the Domination.
Yeah.
There she is as the girl.
Yeah. Storm Shadow, who ended up really being the hero in the Snake Eyes movie.
Yeah. This is the Blu-ray that most people have now.
One I have, yeah.
That's the one I gotta get. It's
got a slipcover, yeah.
That has
got a slipcover.
Special features.
There's the V8.
Yeah. The classic scene, yeah.
And then she had to do that scene again because she did it the first time, and I guess it was too messy, and Sam Furstenberg didn't like it. But she was like, "That's the way it's supposed to be," so she had to do it again. I'm sure he wasn't complaining. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Do you have any Jack Daniels or something? Instead, I really like the.
I like here. It's like notice here the hair here and
look
here.
at the arms. What the hell?
No, it's not his back. All over him. It is all over him.
Yeah,
Not
it's crazy. He's a Wookiee. The
It's
Wookiees are real.
neat, but oh my god, he is the hairiest guy I've seen. Oh my god.
And look at this. Are you telling me someone could crush a golf ball and then a pool ball? Like that's pretty
Well, yeah,
good.
he did.
I do that all the time. I just don't want to.
Ninja Assassin. I own a Ninja Assassin.
I like Ninja Assassin. I've got that on DVD.
I like Ninja Assassin. I have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that in the theater.
At some point, actually, we should discuss Ninja and Ninja 2, the Scott Adkins ones. Yeah, see, Ninja 2 is one of his best movies.
Yep, I have this. I own Ninja 2. I think I own both of them, 1 and 2.
Basically, any excuse we could find to discuss Ninja movies, I think, is a good thing.
A lot of people hate Ninja Assassin. I mean, it is dark to a point, like in some of the scenes and stuff like that.
And there's CG in it, but I don't know, it's still cool.
Yeah.
And Rain was cool.
I never had a problem with it. And seeing Shokasugi, even though he's older, it was awesome. And then they utilized them. Like normally, because like if you get a guy but he's older, they'll be like, oh, he's just there for show. But he actually gets in and has the final fight with them.
Yes, he was there for show.
Yeah.
I was waiting. I was waiting for someone to tease that up. I'm so happy you did it, man. I'm gonna give you the.
Film adaptation.
Oh, I love Streets of Rage. I want to make this movie. I'll make it. I planned the movie out.
And we're having the fucking kangaroos in it as well, where you fight the kangaroos. That's going to be in it.
Listen, so many things have been announced, and like, do you realize, like, if I go back on my website and like in my archives, like the news posts, like how many movies I posted about like developing that never happened? It's astronomical. I mean, it's all over.
Oh, I know. But I mean, I was always always so disappointed in real life the first time I go into a fight that whenever you punch someone, doesn't go like he does in Streets of Rage.
Your Hunter from the Future. We will do. I did it on my on one of my.
Actually, we could do that whenever I get back because I just watched it recently, which means
I did too. Oh my god, you're strong. I mean that music. Oh my god, it's
right. Let's do your. That will be the one we do when I come back from holiday because then we don't need to do any like mad research for it.
Listen, your is more ridiculous than Ninja 3 to Domination, which makes it even more excellent and awesome.
Yeah, the trashier the movie is, the happier I am. Like one man's trash is another man's treasure, as I always say.
Red Brown. Oh, nobody screams like Red Brown. Holy shit.
I know, but I actually want to do a Red Brown stream where we discuss his Captain America movies.
Yeah, I just watched them again
at some point. So I haven't seen them in years. So
where they almost had the Avengers, they had Thor and they had Daredevil and Incredible
Hulk. I'll do a plug. I've got this Sunday. I've got Stephen Ross coming on my channel to discuss some 2000 AD stuff. Stephen did the Hunter from the Future translation because that comic was never translated to English. He did the lettering and the translations for the Antarctic Press release of the comic. It's a 4-part series. Issue 1 is already out in stores somewhere, hopefully near you. It's very limited here. I had to go to the UK. I had to go to the UK comic shops to get it. So I'm going to have him on my show. We're going to talk a little bit about your mostly 2000 AD. But he is going to come on and talk about your. I've actually seen your issue 1 and 2 translated. He sent those to me. So I've got those previews as well. So we will talk about that once they're out. He can't release them to the public yet, but I've got some exclusive copies for me. But yeah, so that'll be this Sunday, just as a plug. Cool. And Red Brown Space Mutiny covered it. FK, were you not around when I covered all these movies when I did my? It was me and Charlie and then Steven and Sean. We did a sci-fi.
I wasn't there though, so it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. Yeah, so we could cover it again. Space Mutiny is great.
Our invite got lost in the mail, I guess.
Right. No, I invite all you guys. And you all.
I remember you invite. That's when you were doing that.
Yeah, I did.
I just couldn't be arsed with all that. I don't have the time.
When you guys didn't show up, it was just very, very, very sad. We all cried a lot.
Everyone was gutted. We're like, I guess. And see, all I'm doing now is all I want to do is play Streets of Rage, and I got all 3 of them on the Xbox. There.
Oh, me too. I got that too. Yes, I love
it. It's got all of them. It's got like Sonic and all that on it.
Oh my God, we've got the same collection. That same pack. Yeah,
that is an awesome pack. And then what else have we been playing? I've been playing. You can see I don't know if you can see there next to my neon my Super Nintendo there. And I've been playing. I managed to get see.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
As Castlevania 4, which of course is my favorite game of all time. But when I was at the Fan Expo a couple of weeks ago, I was finally able to get Street Fighter 2, and I got it for $30, which is actually all right because most of the time whenever I'm getting SNES games now, they're like at least 50 or 60. So I have like Castlevania 4, Street Fighter 2, and Art of Fighting. Art of Fighting was always quite underrated, and then I've got Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt as well because it's not actually an official Super Nintendo. It's one of those ones. It has the 2 cartridge slots, so I can play NES and SNES games on it, which is kind of cool.
I've seen that. Yeah. What did you guys think of Ninja Gaiden? I thought it was very difficult. Like obviously people thought 1 and 2 were quite difficult.
Yeah, I sucked at it. If I suck at a game, I tend not to play it that much. So I was like, I play games where I feel good because I can do good in it.
Not there when you cannot play the game.
Yeah.
The biggest game I played was Rise of Honor, the Jet Li game where you were Jet Li.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Or Stranglehold, where you were Chow Yun-fat.
Stranglehold is cool. I have that. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Alison Brie has been tapped to portray Evil Lynn in a He-Man film adaptation. I'm not. Okay. I don't know. The film's probably going to be terrible. Let's face it. I mean, I don't know if they're going to.
Of course, it's going to be terrible. They can't actually do it in the way that you think it is.
For any of that, oh my God! I mean, listen, I gotta, I hold off reservation until I see footage, but I'm not really anticipating great things from that.
No, because me and J-Man and Sean, and Stephen are, and Charlie and you, John, none of us are involved in creating this, then it's going to suck.
I'm guaranteed.
Nobody ask our permission or anything. So
why don't we have more clout when it comes to this show?
I know. Oh my God, 9 Days to the Ninja. I only watched that for the first time. 9 Days to the
Ninja. I was actually going to bring that up in a minute.
Yeah. But I have that on VHS. And that's the first time I watched it, and it was just a couple of years ago because Sean did a piece on it, and I was like, "This is the best film I've ever seen." It's so fucking bizarre.
Sean was supposed to be on the panel, but he got sick, so he's. So I think Owen just if you guys are checking out the Action Elite,
I'm gonna watch that this weekend. I don't have my kid, so I'm gonna like besides working, I'm gonna watch it.
I binged it last weekend. I watched 4 episodes on Saturday and 4 on Sunday, and then I wrote the review up and posted that today. I'm not going to tell you what the review is. You can just go read it. It's on the Action.
Go check the review. I have not reviewed it, but I would second Owen's review and maybe up it a little bit. Mm-hmm. I thought it was very.
I thought it was amazing. I think it's the best thing since T2.
It definitely is. There's a lot of ideas in it.
Yeah,
there's a lot more ideas than you thought there would be in it. Like it's not just one idea; there's a bunch.
No, but I love the whole philosophical discussions and everything. Does humanity deserve to be saved and things like that? And I thought nobody's ever asked that in a Terminator movie before. And I love that. It's sort of because my favorite line in T2 is "It's in your nature to destroy yourselves," and this sort of expands on that whole idea. And I thought that was really cool.
Why couldn't they do that in a live-action movie? If this is
I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of visual elements in this where you can do it in an animated form. Plus, there's the danger level.
Sorry, just have us back on screen.
Oh, you want to? Go back to our standard. Like there's a lot of things that it's pretty violent actually.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous. Fuck.
It's pretty violent. And like having, other, because everyone keeps talking about Skynet, but I like what the other guy's doing. I guess we won't spoil it.
Kokoro.
We're talking, Kokoro, which is funny because I have a book called Kokoro, which means the same thing that they say it means in the show.
But I've been thinking about it, and it's a rare thing for me to like watch something and then continue thinking about it. But there's just various scenes and visuals, and it seems some great dialogue as well. I've only watched the Japanese version with subtitles. I hate dubbed versions of it, but it was really good. So if you're a Terminator fan, definitely worth watching. It has some cool lore to it, and but doesn't ruin what's come before, and even has the music a couple of times in it. which is awesome.
Nice. Well, okay. Well, I'm excited. I'm even
yeah.
more excited now. It's like because I trust you guys. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
like I still
Feel
haven't seen
better.
Acolyte. I'm still not gonna watch it.
It's going to be gone soon at 54 minutes, 53 seconds. Star Wars got mentioned. Just
Oh no, we mentioned it before because
did we? Oh
we
yeah,
had-
episodes 1, 2.
episode
He
1, 2,
did.
yeah.
Yes, that was a
I
lot.
know. When I saw Star Wars, it didn't have that. It didn't say episode 4.
No, I know it was just
Just
Star Wars. Yeah. I think video games better than Ninja.
Yours didn't say episode 4 when the lines were going when it was scrolling up.
No,
Yeah, sure
they added that later.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah, there were so many ninja things. Like, we need to bring back more ninja movies.
Oh, ninjas! But you want to laugh? I was gearing up for this, and I had watched. Actually, I also watched Revenge of the Ninja and Enter the Ninja this week just to get myself properly psyched up. But like on YouTube, there's like all those Godfrey Ho and those spliced together ninja bullshit movies where it's white guys.
I have them all.
Okay, of course you do. But there's a compilation of all the bizarre, absurd, abrupt endings to all these movies. Like, oh my god, I was good stuff laughing. It's the greatest thing ever. And I love how they wear like the craziest colors for their ninja outfits, and they actually wear it says ninja.
Yeah, like they have a headband that says ninja, like one of those Ben Cooper costumes. So did Owen tell you the story how I saved Owen? Owen and I and Sean, before we saw the Tiger Claws event with Jalal Mayer, he went to the Vinegar Syndrome store in downtown Toronto. Yeah. A great shop, has other things as well. Has a
basement. Movies.
Sorry?
The PM Entertainment movies.
Oh yeah, no, like so Owen came up to me, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna grab this movie," and it was called Ninja Enforcer, and it's actually a zoom in of Michael Dudikoff's face. It's like black, so it's like the ninja mask that he wears, but it's like a zoom in. So the whole entire cover is black with just the ninja with the eyes, and the back of it is Steve James, with the sword or whatever. And I said, "Oh," I was like, "You're gonna buy that?" I was like, "Oh man, I have this movie. I own this movie." And I was like, I said, "It's terrible though, right?" And Owen's like, "But how could it be terrible? It's Steve James." And I was like,
"It has ninjas."
Yeah, I was like, No, this doesn't have any of this in the movie. It's a complete lie. Yeah, none of this is in the movie. It's like some Filipino movie or something. And he's like, "What?" And it's funny because that was not Ninja Enforcer. That was Black Ninja. Ninja Enforcer was the one with Van Damme on the cover. Black Ninja was Black Ninja, and it literally has a speech in the beginning that I've transcribed, and I dissected every line of the speech, and it was an ongoing joke of us growing up. They're like, "Oh, I overanalyzed one of these Godfrey Ho cheapy," and I was like, "Okay, this doesn't make sense. And how does this connect to this?" And I literally broke it down. I still have it. I transcribed it, and I analyzed every line of the speech and wrote a paragraph on each line just for my own amusement. It was so funny.
Gold star. I'm sorry. You get it. I'm like, just wait. Like you take the Godfrey Ho movies and you like just do this in-depth analysis on them. We're both it's like, this is garbage.
Yeah, like, no, I went through the whole thing. Yeah,
go on YouTube. I never laugh. So, I mean, they literally the good ninja kills, like one of them, the good ninja kills the bad ninja, and then all of a sudden these guys show up and shoot the good ninja, and it's like the end. And I'm like, what the frick did I just?
This is it.
Yeah, there you go. Yep,
with this on the back, and you're
Steve.
like,
yeah, that was the one. Yeah.
And and Owen's like, "Oh, this will be great." I was like,
I know. I was like, I've never heard of that. How have I not heard of that? And
you should have bought it, though, honestly.
I know.
Like, you probably should have bought it because it's so weird. Yeah. And then the other one is called Ninja Enforcer. This is all ninja.
It's all ninja related, so this is fine. Yeah.
There it is. Look, see, it's Van Damme, but they put a mustache on him and gave him a pole. Yeah, here, let me see that. Look, there you go. Look, they gave him a mustache.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is not, and I own this one too.
How do you? Like, okay, how? I'm not even gonna ask. Like, where do you like? Yeah, I need that.
Dude, like as a kid, I bought. Well, it's how I am now.
Anything
really, like I don't just buy the one. Like oh, let's just get this. No, I need to own everything there is that has ninja in it. I don't care what it is. I'm just gonna get it. And I don't. And you're like, this is terrible. We sat down. We're like, fucking Ninja Enforcer is gonna be badass. We're like, this is the worst movie ever. What happened?
And the colors. Oh my god, I love the outfits. Like there's a pink ninja and there's like a fluorescent green ninja, and it's
right.
Oh my god, it's just what were they thinking? I mean, when they were filming, they were on location, on the set. How is anybody there being like, we're actually making something of substance here? It's like, how do you think like, yeah, there he is. And he always did the same thing afterwards. He'd be like, he'd take it down and he'd show his face and it'd be like, the end. And I'm like, okay. It's like,
yeah, that was clickbait before internet. So, guys, if you had to guess, what profession do you think this character?
Window cleaner.
It's like ninja. It's like, oh, do you happen to be a ninja? Why, yes. Funny you should ask.
Well, the headband and the sword and the outfit kind of give it away.
But it says ninja on it, just in case you were confused back at home watching this. It says ninja across his forehead. He is a ninja. Does that mean if I wear that, I could be a ninja too? It's like,
yeah. Omega Supreme Ninja. Ninja Terminator is a great movie. That's the one. Have you guys seen Ninja Terminator?
Yeah,
there's
these,
okay, so there's these three components to the statue. There's an arm, two arms, and a head. It's like a bust. So if you control the arm, then this arm is invincible. And if you control the other arm, it's this arm. If you control the chest, so the components make that part of your body invincible. And that's the story. So the one guy's trying to collect all of the components.
It's actually a cool plot if you think about it. I mean, you know.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Let's take a look here. This is it. This is the one right here. This is it.
Execution is just.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that. Yeah, I saw that years
I like
ago.
the camouflage ninja outfit. That's kind of cool.
Camo ninja, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of badass.
Yeah, so I think this may get re-released, or this may be one of these. Yeah, look, Ninja Terminator box set kind of a thing, limited edition 2 Blu-ray set.
Good.
Oh my god! I mean, I have to own this. That's great.
It'll probably be on eBay. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that ninja, and then what were the other ones we mentioned? Robo. Oh, that was. Have you ever seen? Oh my god.
There's one. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Did you guys like New York Ninja? Did you watch New York Ninja?
Yeah, that was good. That was voiced by
for a failed attempt at making a movie. That is like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. Hold on. There's a movie. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but I remember I wrote a piece on it years ago on the site. Hold on. Let me see here.
I'm looking.
Because which is unlike me, but I went through. There was Mask of the Ninja, then the Commando Ninja movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Zombie Ninjas versus Black Ops. I remember that.
Oh yeah, I have that.
Yeah.
I reviewed that on my old site, but it got lost when I converted over. They're not ninjas per se. They're just.
There's this one you talk about, Ninja in the Claws of the CIA. I got this one.
I know that one too. Yeah.
No. Hold on. I've got it here somewhere. The Ninja Wars from 1982.
Yeah. See, that's like decent though, because that's
Hiroyuki Sanada's in it.
Yeah.
I've never seen this. This looks wicked.
Oh, it's quality. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
The Ninja Wars. Let me see if I can. If that's
it's the best name ever too. Ninja Wars.
Yeah. I mean, two of the best things: Ninja and War. I mean,
combine them together.
The Ninja Wars. Yeah.
Although nobody really dresses up as. I mean, there are. I mean, it's not really like ninjas per se, but it's still cool.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that one, Mask of the Ninja with Casper Van Dien. I actually just watched that a couple of years ago. I remember enjoying that.
Did you ever see the Master TV series with Lee Van Cleef and?
Got it on Blu-ray.
Yes. Why ask?
Why ask?
Say, look at that Mask of the Ninja. Oh, it's actually selling ninja masks.
in stock.
Yeah. No, I was actually just looking at the actual mask. Oh my god, look at the one down from that. It looks almost like the Sub-Zero costume,
Sub-Zero?
except black. Fuck yeah.
That
Deluxe
is
black
awesome.
ninja mask. Ooh. I love how we spent about 10 minutes talking about Ninja 3 and never just talking about anything else Ninja related.
No, we did about 40 minutes of Ninja 3.
Yeah,
we did. Yeah, we talked about it.
Well, let's take a look at it again. So hold on, Ninja 3. Oops. The Domination. Now,
like looking on the internet, because it sort of inspires ideas.
Yeah, here's the possession scene. You see, they did pretty good makeup on here. Like she did.
Yeah, that was excellently done.
She looks more like Regan in The Exorcist there, which is interesting.
And they had the dummy of her. They made a dummy of her that
was
around. Like just took a picture with it.
Ninjas ride giant swimming spiders. I've never seen that. That is a disgrace.
Have you seen the one where the ninjas form a big one?
I've not seen that.
No.
You know what I'm doing after we get off the air? I'm just going on YouTube and I'm just fucking
looking for.
So look, so they form a big one. So a bunch of ninjas come together and form a big one.
That's supposed to be a big,
of course.
And then here's like they're on kites and stuff too.
I know that one. What's that one?
Like
I know that scene.
This is the same movie. It's called Duel to the Death. Okay. It's not cheesy. It's effing awesome. It's legit. I don't know, Sean, if you're still in the chat, buddy, help me out. It's legit awesome. I picked this one up on a whim, and then I forced Sean to buy. I forced everyone to buy it. I was like, "You must go to the show." We sold out the store. You must all buy this movie. It's legit wicked. But yeah, these kite ninja are wicked.
How about Ninja Mission? Did you get the Finnish movie?
See, look. They split up into a bunch of ninjas. See?
Wow.
This is a wicked movie. Duel to the Death. Write it down. Get it. I'm giving the J-Man promise on this one. It's freaking awesome.
They're showing there Duel to the Death as a classic quality.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Ninja Mission? It's from like Finland, I think.
It's Ninja Mission, yes.
I remember the name.
Yeah, I watched it all the time as a kid. I love the music. But like the ninjas are actually kind of weak in it. Like they all get killed, and they're using machine guns like in the finale. Right. I was kind of like, why?
As ninjas.
Yeah, but it was. I still like it. It's total crap.
See, look at the artwork though. Like I got that shit framed.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's how they draw. Like I said, that's clickbait before the internet. They would come out with these VHS covers. Because I remember going into stores too and be like, "Oh my effing god!" Then I'd go home and then I'd be like,
"What the fuck is this?"
But then I was like, okay. I was like, I'll go with it. Let me just see what they're doing.
Oh yeah, the ending is badass. Like
man's.
Oh, big time.
That's high praise.
See, now I have to watch that. That's probably going to watch that tomorrow night.
How about 5 Element Ninja? You guys like that one?
Oh yeah, I remember that
that's
one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's total like
Shaw Brothers here. This is great.
Yeah.
I have that actually on DVD. I have like a pack of Shaw Brothers movies. And yeah.
You probably have this one, right?
Yes.
They have it in. It's also. I believe it's also on Blu-ray, and it might be in one of the Shaw Brothers collection packs. Yeah, one of the sets.
This is what we should do. We should talk about whatever we're talking about for 40 minutes, and then look shit up on.
Yeah, and then it just sort of gives you ideas because I see like on all these other like YouTube channels, whatever. Like you go to like Nerdrotic or whatever, they spend a lot of time looking at things and then complaining about everything.
Well, we're commenting on awesome things, so we're doing.
Yeah, that's the thing. We try to avoid.
Well, we're taking shitty things and making them awesome. There's a difference. So
yeah, if you watch a movie, if I like a movie and you watch it with me, the chances of you liking it increase severely because I'll be talking it up while we're watching.
What was that movie we watched, J-Man? And I can't remember because like I remember that was the day I gave you COVID, and I got COVID, and it was that guy and the guy had nunchucks made out of bones. What was that called again?
Oh, Conquest.
Conquest, yeah. And everyone hated that movie. Like, this movie's fucking awesome. What's that?
But you watched it with me.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, people are saying you don't like this movie, and I was like, but it has nunchucks made out of bones. Like, doesn't matter.
You're a guy. You're supposed to like that stuff.
See, Sean watched it with me when we first ever watched it, so he automatically liked it because we both. Charlie was the one who didn't like it, and he didn't watch it. I was like, Charlie, if you had grown up with me as your buddy, you would have been a carbon copy. We would have been copies of each other because it's like I'll pump it up while it's on. Like, holy shit, this is the freaking best. The guy's got bone nunchucks. I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome. And it's like if you're watching it by yourself, you're like, yeah, it's okay. I don't know, it's all right. I know it's kind of weird, but like you gotta, if there's movies that you gotta watch together. Like I saw Super Ninjas with two of my buddies, and we're like, oh my god, this is insane. Like there's like so much craziness going on, and they're made to watch together with your friends and enjoy it. Like, what the thing, I'll tell you why the ninja movies are good for people. You can let your guard down. Nowadays, especially as we're getting older, you're watching something, and I'll put us back to normal for a second. We're watching stuff, and you're sitting there, Owen, and you're like, okay, I've got to review this for the site. So now you've got to start thinking about notes to make.
Yeah, you can't just enjoy it.
Yeah. You can't just be like, remember when you were a kid, you rented a pile of movies or whatever you did, and you spent your Saturday afternoon, evening, watching all this stuff. You had your chips or snacks or pretzels or Cokes or pizza. And you'd be like, all right, we're watching all this. And maybe you throw a Van Damme in. Like, I remember we did a sleepover and we did Cyborg. I think we did like RoboCop. It was like, you know what I mean? And you're just like, and then we watched a couple of shittier movies that, it was like, some one that we thought might be good and it wasn't that good. Or we discovered a Jackie Chan. I remember discovering Fearless Hyena. And you're like, wow. And there wasn't any pretense like, oh, I better see what's positive. Oh, I have to do my space rating system. So what am I going to give the characters? And then these ninja movies, like this stream, the ones that we've been doing here, and it shows because everyone's excited. The ones that we've been doing here that are the older movies, like look, Alien Romulus is fine, but all these ones that we've been doing here, the older movies, it's just exciting. It's like you don't have to worry. It's like we're gonna do your
on like Facebook. Whenever I shared it out yesterday, all the comments and everything. I'm sort of wondering where are you all? Why aren't you watching this? But anyway,
it's tough.
They'll watch it later. Yeah, it's past the bedtime for a lot of people, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, and a ninja movie comes with comfort. You're like, look, it's gonna be ninjas. It's not going to be 12 Angry Men, or it's not going to be 2001: A Space Odyssey. You have to decipher this when it's over. You can relax and watch it, like that Ninja Assassin. Oh, I didn't like it that much. What are you talking about? It's Ninja Assassin. What do you think's happening in this movie? Sit down. They're going to fight it out. The guy's got the cool weapons. Okay, sure. Is it better than Revenge of the Ninja? I guess not. I don't know. I didn't sit there and debate it, but like I guess it's not better. But who cares? Like we're just having fun. As ninja, it's not a remake. Like for 2 seconds we talked about He-Man, with 2 seconds we talked about Star Wars, and it immediately brought our entire. It's like, oh yeah, Evelyn, I forgot they're doing that, and you're just immediately pumped. You're like, oh, deflated. And then as soon as we're putting on these shitty ninja things, and you're like, wow, this is so cool, and everyone raised that.
We're 12 years old again.
Yeah. Oh, you're sitting like this. Yeah, Evelyn. Oh yeah, they cast Evelyn, and then it's like, oh, ninja, yeah, and you literally are sitting up, and like, oh shit, yeah, I remember that.
You're like a ninja throwing stars, holy shit!
Holy shit! It's like you sit up, you're energetic. My wife's like, she's like, you guys had a lot of fun on that. You know what I mean? Like she could tell. She's like, oh, I heard a lot of like excitement.
I watched that.
At our age, we don't get excited about much.
By the way.
No, but
I watched Lady Scorpions today, by the way, and I was watching.
Good?
You know what would make this better? Ninjas.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make everything better. Yeah, I mean, I am gonna watch it at some point. I just haven't had time yet, so
maybe I'll watch it tonight.
I was off.
Maybe this weekend.
So lucky me.
Yeah. Oh, the weekend. Well, there you go. Look, this ended up being an hour and 15 minutes long just by talking shite and talking ninjas, which is our happy place.
And Googling.
So, does anybody else have anything else you want to mention about Ninja 3?
It's
awesome.
It's awesome.
The score is good. I think the performances are pretty good.
Yeah, I like how they use the music. The music's the same for all the movies because it's just awesome.
Yeah,
let's not make new music. Let's just use.
That's the thing. Like people look down their noses at these movies a lot of time, and it sucks. And I'm watching this, and I'm sorry. The acting is decent. The effects are pretty decent. There's good action or whatever. I was like, why are you looking down your nose? That this movie is made to entertain, and that is exactly what it does. It delivers everything I want from a woman being possessed by a ghost of a ninja. So yeah, it works for me. So next week we are going to be discussing No Escape with Ray Liotta. So thank you, Ronnie, for that suggestion. He sort of brought that up, and I was like, oh, I haven't watched that for a while, but I got the Kino Lorber Blu-ray there, so we'll do that. So Jay and John, do you have anything else coming up you want to pimp out before we go?
I'm gonna do a podcast eventually when I'm not tired. I feel
Yeah.
it's
The
been
joys
3
of being
weeks. I
middle-aged.
checked. I went on my site. I was like, oh, it's been 3 weeks since I did my last one. I'm like, that's why. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Like anybody out there that like, because I get people, why? Because I'm tired or I have my girl and I'm spending time with her. Or, sorry, but it's like I'll get there. I have to make a schedule, but it's so hard with the job I have right now. It just
Me too. Particularly like this year, where I'm learning a whole new thing of the job, and it started to calm down lately, and we have like full staff and everything, so I'm able to sort of do more site things. But if anybody has any suggestions, by the way, of things you'd like us to talk about or to write on the site, or anything, leave a comment down below. Even if you just want to call me a dick, you can do that. That's also fine. It's all interaction. It all goes to the algorithm. It's all good.
Please like the stream. Make sure you hit the like button.
Remember to like, subscribe, and follow. And for John and J-Man and Sean and Stephen and Charlie and everyone. And we'll all support each other in a little action community.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So, so we'll see you next week for No Escape. And then I'm away for 2 weeks. I'm going back home for my dad's birthday. So, happy 83rd birthday to my dad. Whenever that comes. So,
happy birthday. I'm going to invade J-Man's show when you're gone. I'm gonna be like,
you can just do that. Yeah. If you guys even want to do a stream on this, you can. I don't care.
I actually have the authority to create the stream for Action Elite.
If you want to do it, you can go right ahead.
You should come on mine. You've never. I mean, Owen did mine once, but then we never.
Do you do live streams?
I do live streams. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can come on.
Absolutely.
Still want to make a ninja team? Oh my god, yes, please do a ninja versus samurai.
J-Man, real quick, did you see the Conan dolls they came out with that are from the Masters of the Universe line?
I didn't get those only because I have to draw the line somewhere, but I've been getting the Super 7 big ones, all of them up to date. King Conan I just got last week.
I mean, they are expensive, and it's like, but they look exactly like Schwarzenegger.
I know they are really neat. I just can't. I've got 2 more pre-orders coming out. Plus, I got 2 Rob Liefeld figures coming out, and I got 4 others on pre-order now. So I've got 6 Conans and 2 Rob Liefeld. I can't. It's just like it's already. It's like those. They're like $100 each when you convert them to Canadian with shipping.
Yep.
Do you remember how last week, whenever I was broke, I'm even more broke this week.
I bought this shirt. It was $15. Oh, and I got our Bloodsport. I told you my.
You got Bloodsport
t-shirts. For whatever reason, this came in like 5 days, and the Bloodsport shirts are like taking a month, but they're coming, and we will wear them at the same time. It'll be
Well, the good news is I get paid the day after tomorrow because I currently have $26 in my account, so that's great. So
I have 75, so I have a wee little bit more than you do.
Oh, there you go. Look at you, Mr. Big Spender. Mr. Moneybags.
Because I don't have my daughter this week. If I did, it'd be like $10 or $5. Because we go to a store and she's like, "Daddy, can I have this?" And I'm like, "Yes."
Of course you can, sweetie. All right. Anyway, so we'll head off. Thank you guys for joining us. So next week, join us for No Escape, and hopefully we'll be a full squad next week. We'll see if everyone's feeling better. And remember, if you are watching, you are the Action Elite.